Thank you very much, Madam Nancy. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the hour we have been waiting for. It is therefore my humble privilege to invite the CS Minister of Education, Professor George Magoha, to come and make his remarks and release the 2020 KCSE exam results. Karibu sana waziri.
Chief Administrative Secretaries Dr. Sarah Ruto, Mumina Bonaya and Hassan Nur Hassan, Principal Secretaries Dr. Julius Juan, Margaret Mwakima, Alfred Cheriot and Ambassador Simon Nabukwesi, Teachers Service Commission CEO Dr. Nancy Njeri Macharia, Dr. Florence Mutua, Chair of the Education Committee of Parliament, accompanied by Honorable Winsol Sosion and Honorable Mboko Milemba, Dr. Onsati, Chair of NEC, Mercy Karogo, Acting CEO of NEC Council members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed excited this afternoon to welcome you all to this event celebrating the results of 747,121 candidates who sat for the 2020 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education Examinations. Just 3 weeks since we gathered here to release the results of the primary school exam on the 15th of April. Ladies and gentlemen, after looking at the impressive results that have been posted by our 2020 candidates and taking into account the most trying environment in which they prepared for this examination, I am compelled to describe this show in one apt sentence. Their battle was fought with resilience and ended with grace. Indeed, these candidates navigated one challenge after another that has now left us, all of us, with mirthful faces. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our God to thank for all these blessings of success and wonderful children who have defied the COVID-19 pandemic to shine in their examinations. We also have God to thank for giving us a wonderful and wise His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, who has invested a lot in the education sector and has given us all the support, both politically and professionally, through his leadership. The President's guidance over the past 1 year, as we sought to reorganize the academic calendar to ensure that candidates sat the national examinations on time, was not only first class, but most appreciated and cannot be taken for granted, because we had so many experts from all parts of Kenya who knew better. But His Excellency the President was bold enough to open the schools, and today we are celebrating these results. I cannot forget my cabinet colleagues, Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i, in charge of the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government, and Joe Mucheru, in charge of ICT, Youth Innovation and Youth Affairs. The three of us have effectively coordinated a multi-agency examination monitoring team that has, over the last 5 years, run a credible examination system which is result-based. I also wish to thank all school teachers, led by the Commission CEO, Dr. Nancy Njeri Macharia, for working tirelessly during this period, and wish also to extend this thank you to all the NEC Council members and NEC staff, because they know how we have been working, especially over the last 3 days, where we did not have comfort of resting at night. Thanks to the well-coordinated education sector, the 2020 candidates whose results we are releasing today can now join TVET institutions, TTCs, medical training institutions and universities at exactly the same time they have done, the effects of COVID-19 notwithstanding. This way we have managed to release the candidates to higher institutions of learning on time. I assure all the KCSE candidates who will receive their results today that they all have a better future, one full of hope and shorn of despair. All candidates have a place in our education story. I want to repeat that all candidates have a place in our education story. Our government has ensured that every child in our country has a place to pursue a career, and everyone deserves a chance, and that chance shall be given. We believe that there is no insignificant child, and that no insignificant child has been born in our country, and we must not leave any learner behind. The government has a duty to nurture each of these learners to pursue their dreams, regardless of how low they start to the very top of the academic ladder. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe in this dream, which indeed is what our competency-based curriculum is all about. I am therefore proud to announce that we have created opportunities for academic progression for all the 747,171 who sat the 2020 KCSE examinations. Already the Kenya Universities and the Colleges Placement Service Groups, whose CEO, Dr. Agnes Wahome, is here today. I think you should stand so that they see you properly. Ukahaha. Let them see you. This is a new boss for the universities, replacing. That is Dr. Wahome, brand new, has identified that our universities and colleges and TVET institutions have places for all candidates. All these institutions have disclosed their capacities of enrollment ahead of selection exercise of 2020 KCSE examination candidates, which I have instructed that should start immediately. That instruction is on behalf of none other than His Excellency the President. The placement service is engaging with the higher education regulatory bodies, Commission for University Education, the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Authority, TVETA, to ensure that all institutions are prepared to enroll these candidates. This is in line with the Ministry of Education's goal of providing fair and balanced access to quality and relevant higher education and training, and His Excellency the President's policy of 100% transition. I have directed the COOPs to ensure proper public mobilization and communication to campaigns are put in place to ensure that all interested candidates apply to colleges and TVET institutions of their choice. As you are aware, the government of the Republic of Kenya will pay for these children, and they will also be available to get help loans. I therefore wish to declare that all candidates who have sat these 2020 examinations have the ability to progress to other levels under the government's plan of zero wastage, 100%. This explains why the government of His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta has spent enormous resources to expand the TVET sector. Let me also re-emphasize that the government has been paying for our children in private universities the same amount that they pay to public universities. And because we want every child to have access, this is going to continue. For instance, the number of TTIs in each constituency has grown from 52 in 2013 to 233 in 2021. Out of the 233 TTIs, 52 are fully operational, 140 have been built, equipped, staffed and operationalized, 4 of them catering specifically for children with disabilities, and 41 are undergoing construction, and I hope that by the grace and mercy of God, Mwakima, you are here, this is one of the things that you must finish so that they are operationalized this year. In bid to make up for the time that was lost during the prolonged closure last year, we deliberately created a tight academic calendar that enables us to accelerate completion of school terms. Schools that have opened for 2023 term today are expected to close on the 10th of July and proceed on a week-long holiday, and then, and only then, shall we start a new year. That new year, ladies and gentlemen, entails the rollout of CBC Grade 5. And for the avoidance of doubt, we shall all roll out Grade 5 together, whether you are in private school or public school. Like I said the other time, there's only one government. Upshot of this accelerated calendar will be that we will have 5 examinations this year. The 2021 KCPE and KCSE will be held in March 2022. So the members of the media should stop labeling the examination we are releasing as 2021. That examination is being set now. The one that is being released is 2020. So even as you go ahead and discuss this, it is for the year which has not ended, which is 2020, which will end in July. In December 2022, we will administer another examination. Hopefully I will not be there, but we shall have planned for everything, so that whoever is going to take over from us should have a seamless effort. We had tried to avoid this, but I think since it is one country, and we must remember that the world is a stage, and when you are given a job, you don't get attached to it. You just do what you have to do and ensure that when you leave, whoever takes over can proceed on from there. That is the year that in December next year, that will be the year that we shall do the grade 6, the first grade 6 summative examination. As you are aware, His Excellency the President has sworn in a permanent secretary specifically to midwife the competency-based curriculum changes, the CBC, which basically means that this will be done without any problem. We are therefore about to come face to face with the historic examination session next year, which means that we must start preparing for the 5 examinations. I therefore wish to urge all our stakeholders, and especially those in the unions, to very kindly work with us as they have done so in the past, and the multi-agency team on the examination to tighten their belts and to prepare to confront the 5 impending examinations. Yet, I know dressing up such challenges is the team's stock in trade, and therefore it shall be done. The government, through the Ministry of Education, has opened the door to applications for the government 9,000 odd scholarships under the Elimu Scholarship Program. This program started in 2019 and was originally meant for 110 sub-counties, but again through the wisdom of His Excellency the President, we expanded it to children in urban slums and informal settlements. And I have since then learned that the greatest number of poor children in this country reside in those areas. The application is ongoing. I would like to encourage everybody who feels it should be considered to apply. We are being assisted here by Dr. James Mwangi, who has a track-proven record of administering such scholarships. The value is 2.5 billion for another 9,000, and we are hoping that 30% of this will go to urban slum children and children in informal settlements. During the 2020 KCSE examinations, 747,161 candidates sat for the examination compared to 697,222 of the previous year. This represented an increase of 6.6%, equivalent to 49,939 candidates. Of the 7,167 candidates who sat for the 2020 examinations, 380,327 were male, while 366,834 were female, representing 50.90 and 49.10. That is gender parity as far as I am concerned, and we wish to thank the government of His Excellency President Kenyatta for achieving gender parity, because we have had continuously more and more girls coming to sit for examination. As a matter of fact, in 15 counties, more females enrolled than males. And the 15 counties are Taita Taveta, Kwale, Nyandarua, Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Murang'a, Kiambu, Machakos, Kitui, Nandi, Meru, Elgeyo, Marakwet, Kakamega, Vihiga, and Kisumu. The counties with a high gender disparity in favor of the male include Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, Turkana, and Homa Bay. When I looked at these figures very closely, except for Homa Bay, there was almost 1 to 2 disparity. And therefore, I'm going to instruct the field officers in these counties to find out what is happening to the girls there. Are they marrying them too early and covering up under culture? And if that is so, we must bust it and make sure the girls go to school. Marriage can wait at least for another 4 years. I have also asked the Director of Quality Assurance, Dr. Start so that they see, because people keep asking, quality assurance. This is the Director of Quality Assurance, and she has capacity of sleeping inside a marking center for 48 hours. What nonsense are you looking for? Please sit down. Quality assurance and standards to investigate the cause of low female candidates. You know, some people want bodies who cannot do the work. I identified Dr. Gaturu from the field. Nobody introduced me to her. And I was not even a minister then. I was just an ordinary chair of NEC. Turkana County had the highest number of overage candidates, while Bungoma County had the highest number of underage candidates. The underage candidates are the ones who are 16 and below. But excuse me please, they have performed very well, so don't touch them. Subject performance in 20, don't hold a child back because the child is underage. You will see that they deserve, I'm going to show you soon. In the 2020 KCSE examination, 19 subjects recorded significant improvement in performance compared to 16 subjects of 2019. There was no significant change in 2 subjects. There were 893 A-planes. There were 893 candidates who scored A-planes, which is 0.1%, as compared to 627, which compared to 0.09, 2019. This is one of the clearest indicators, ladies and gentlemen, that the candidates have performed at par, if not better, compared to 2019, despite the negative effects of COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, the number of candidates with minimum university entry qualification, which is grade C+ and above, rose to 143,140, representing 19.03%, compared to 125,747, representing 18% in 2019. The message here is this: all the remaining candidates are eligible to join TVET institutions, teacher training centers, medical training colleges, and other tertiary learning institutions at various levels, from artisan to degree level. There is a table which will show you the distribution, and I don't have to go through them because you will see them. Our candidates with special needs, there were 223 candidates with special needs have obtained C+ and above. And I think I should take time, because since they have special needs, Let me just take time to this is an improvement as compared to the 127 of last year, which was 7.6%. The most improved candidates, and the message we want to give here, there's this myth which is totally misplaced. Like right now I have over 5,000 requests. They all want to go to 3 schools, 3 male and 3 female, and I look at it and I just laugh. Yet there are students who have scored below 200 and they are going to university from sub-county schools. And I think you will allow me to show you how the so-called children who are flocked have passed well enough to join universities from universities or TVET, because now even a student with A can choose to go and do a TVET course where he is sure he will get a job tomorrow. And I want to start with one who is from a sub-county school. The name is Cheriot Bet Dennis, Kimargis Secondary School. The sub-county school is somewhere in the country. He has moved from 190 to a B minus, so he's assured comfortably of a university space. The next one is Maluti Tom Miti from ordinary 199, and he's got a B minus also from St. Teresa's Secondary School in Bikeke, the sub-county school. The fourth one is Kipis Soimit Charity from 150, actually 151 in primary school, to C plus from a sub-county school. The fourth one is Sadera Sempeyo Shelvin from Oldekesi Secondary School, 168 to a B minus. The other hero or heroine is Kamar Abdullahi Jamale, 163 from Habaswein Mixed Secondary School, so Habaswein Mixed Day Secondary School. It's a sub-county school. The other sub-county school is Sololo Pamari Joseph, Oldekesi Secondary School, is a sub-county. Then there are 1 or 2 extra-county schools where we have Hassan Abdullahi Osman, Wayam Secondary School is an extra-county school. And the message here, ladies and gentlemen, is very clear. This, I don't know whether to call it madness or lack of knowledge, that you must go to the Panganis and Kenya high schools of this world. It is our duty as government to ensure that we nurture all the children, even those who will not have performed well. We must still give them, including the ones with E, we must give them an opportunity, because that E does not mean failure. Before CBC takes root, we must ensure that these children are given an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the most improved schools based on the mean KCSE grade, and here we have been open to identify the most improved schools. In the same spirit, ladies and gentlemen, of illustrating schools that can add value to students, I now name schools that admitted students with KCPE mean scores that did a commendable job in improving them. And they include extra-county, county and sub-county schools. The first one is Kayaga Girls School, somewhere in Meru, which is an extra-county school, which improved the KCP index of 22.38 to 73.98 this year. St. Joseph's Girls Kitale improved from 21.22 to 71.57. Kisii Secondary School, and incidentally, this is the school I want to take that child who was abandoned. I will personally go and look for him and admit him there and get him a scholarship. This Kisii Secondary School has improved from 20.48 to 68.26. Oriwo Boys is an extra-county school with which I am very familiar. And they have improved from 31.07 to 78.72. And I could go on and on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just continue. Rio Kindo is a school that I have visited. KCP index of 18.87 up to 65. St. Joseph's Rapogi, which is near Dr. Juan's house, is an extra county school from 31.112 to 77.78. And the first private, Light Academy, from 30.15 to 76.74. Sai Mixed Secondary School, which is a sub-county school. I'll just mention two sub-county schools and stop there. From 26.9 to 70. And Uasin Secondary School. I suspect that's also near Juan's house. 28 to 70. And finally, Chuka Boys, extra county, from 23 to 69. I could continue, but I think, ladies and gentlemen, you can see where we appreciate those schools. A lesson from this radical positive KCP improvement recorded by candidates with low academic achievement at KCP level is that the government's 100% transition, which is now in its third year, has allowed all candidates to progress to secondary school, and is, you can see, is becoming a major, palpable game changer. You are no longer safe, hoping that, oh, if you are in Kisii, therefore you are not going to go to any university. That is where the river used to be before. So we are taking the river back to its course. And I think God should be praised for this. If we can sustain this policy over the years, then we stand a chance of saving many academic lives of poor children who otherwise would have been lost because of corruption and what have you. Now, I'm sure this is what we are waiting for. The top candidate this year is from Muranga High School. The index is 87.334. We thank God he's a male. The name is Simiyu Robinson Wanjala. The second one is again from an non-entity called Agorosare High School, somewhere. The mean is 87.173. The name is Wasonga Alan Udoma. The third one now follows the normal tradition. Sharon Chepngeno Terer, female, 87.173, the Kenya High School. You can see even you are clapping more. The first one, I will read all the 15. Moriasi Rob Ongare, 87.139, Alliance High School. The fifth one, Mbogwa Esther Washosho, 87.113, the Kenya High School. The sixth one, Kipkoech Mark Kogo, 87.106, Alliance High School. The seventh one, Kenneth Oranga, 87.049, Kapsabet Boys. The eighth one is Henry Madaga, 87.046, Maranda High School. The ninth one, Chepkorir Patience, 87.046, Kenya High School. Number 10, Musomba Edith Kitei, 87.013, Machakos Girls High School. That is the genuine one, huh? The 11th one, Leslie Lois Wanjiku, the Kenya High School. Number 12, Elron George, 86.970, Kapsabet Boys. Number 13, Kibrono Howard, Maranda High School. Number 14, Jelimo Debra, 86.947, Kenya High School. And number 15 and last, Buluma Daisy Nerima, 86.938, the Kenya High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the under 16s, these are the special ones who are 16 years and below. The first one is Musomba. So this Musomba, who is on the top 15, is actually under 16 from Machakos Girls. It should be clapped for properly. Makanda Nicole Pialson from Alliance High School is also here, 86.7. The third one is Mutabari Frank Mugambi, Kapsabet Boys. The fourth one is Kipto Gertrude Jeruto, St. Joseph's Chepterit. Fifth one is Kiplangat Gerald, 85.7 from Alliance High School. The sixth one is Craig Onyancha Muturi, 85.6, Mangu High School. You see why I was telling you not to touch these children. The seventh one is Kimunye Dennis Washira, Alliance High School, 85.6. The eighth one is Bill Clinton Jefferson. Wow. And he is from Maranda, so he must be coming from around that area. The ninth one is Isaboke Janet Kemunto, Asumbi Girls, 84.9. The 10th one, Moturi Zeth Ongubo, 84.9. Kagumo High School. For those of you who don't know Kagumo, we are returning back to the river. That's where the brains are. The 11th one is Gateru Sophia Wamboi, Siakago Girls High School, 84.8. 12th, Kitimbo Kefa Kato, Oloitoktok Secondary School, Namungu Asifiwe. Number 13, Rono Sharon Chepkogei, 84.6, Moi Girls Eldoret. 14, Jaden Angela, 84.6, Alliance Girls. And 15 and last, Monda Daniel, Mangu High School. So age is just but a number. That's why you still see me very active. Overall special needs candidates, again, the top special needs person is Kikemoi Miriam Chepleting, 84.8, and A, Moi Girls High School Eldoret. Getugi Edgar Omoke, 83.566, the score of an A-plane, Kisii High School. Nabat Nyariki Ongubo, 81.4, Nyambaria High School, somewhere in, Nyambaria is in Nyamira. Victor Kiplangat, 80.3, A-, M-Pesa Foundation. Give them a big clap. Warwinge Prudence Nyambura, 80.3, St. Anne Secondary School, Lioki. Onyango David Omondi, Maranda High School, 80.3. These are special needs children. You should be clapping for them. If you saw them, how they suffer to do exams, they are not like normal people. Well, they are able to differently, isn't it? Kialo Francis Mutune, 80.3, Makweni Boys. That's better. We know version Kianda High School, somewhere. A-, 80.2. Mwangi Jabes Mwanja, Muranga High School, once again, 80.6, A-. Nganga Wycliffe Ndiki, 80.162, Aquinas High School. Ominde Moses John, 80.1, A-, Maranda High School. Zomo Gloria, 79.3, Moi Girls, Nairobi, A-. 13, Don't worry, these are the heroines. I must treat them all, and you have to wait. Mwangi Caroline Wanjugu, 78.18. Mahiga Girls. Number 14, Kebira Nyakoi Zakaria, 78.019. Friends Kamusinga. That is another school, water is coming back to its level. It's a good school that was submerged by corruption. Museti Stanley. This is the last one. SA High School for the Blind. A minus 77. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll say something about irregularities. Because of the benefactor and wisdom of His Excellency the President, this year we have not cancelled results from any school, but we discussed with him this morning. As we go through forensic activities, we may actually recall results if we find that there was an organized crime. You had CEO, the CEO of the Teacher Service Commission saying that the forensic activities are ongoing. But for now, to cut a long story short, we have cancelled results, very few indeed, from only a total of 287 individuals, where we had enough proof that they were very cheeky, having been told. And you can see out of the 287, 211 of them had unauthorized materials in the examination room, including those who wore white shirts and wrote. It's very funny. A child takes time to write in the shirt on both sides. So you see them opening and checking inside. Do you understand? Mobile phones were 45, and we have heard from the CEO, Teacher Service Commission, how cheeky they can be. And let me re-emphasize here, for the avoidance of doubt, that those examination papers are actually security papers. So when you open them, like the teacher who has been jailed, he doesn't know how we caught him. But we shall know once you click on the paper and send it to others. We shall know where that paper was opened, at what time, and in which office. And therefore, I hope he stays in jail for 4 years to scare the others. Impersonation, collusion, and double script. These candidates are very lucky, because otherwise we would have perhaps closed about, cancelled about exams from about 20 other schools. But like I've said, we have given the benefit of doubt, and as we continue to check the results, for now they'll get their results. But if we find a very compelling one, we shall go and appeal to His Excellency so that we can actually cancel that result, because that is cheating. I want to complete by talking about female candidates who sat for the KCPE examination in hospitals. As I celebrate, I also want to castigate our parents in the most severe term possible. That our bodies, which we were given by God through His mercy and grace, are temples of the Holy Spirit. And when the hormones are starting to misbehave in your child, by that time you should have told your child how to control the body. In any case, total of a staggering 652 female candidates sat for KCSE examination in hospitals after delivery. They sat successfully and they have got their results. Counties that had the highest number of candidates who sat their examination in hospitals after delivery, the highest is Bungoma, and I want to challenge my PS, my distinguished PS, His Excellency Ambassador Nabukwesi. I am charging you to help me, since we are working together, that at 43, we would want to find out what is happening at that level. And since this is one government, that's why even though he's in the university sector, we are going to work together. I will also get involved there. We must get to the root cause Dr. Katuru, why? Who is it that is hoodwinking our children? Can we persuade the parents to work with us so that you tell the child what to expect and not to spare the rod in the house, not in the school. The moment I say in the school, they will kill me. In the house, unaweza chuna masikio, hakuna mtu ataona. The next county is Meru with 38, Nakuru with 36, Kisii, where the chair of NEC currently comes from. You have other duties to do. And Nandi, or Chariot. Even though you are from Kericho, it's near there. We may need your action. We have noted the number of cases of candidates sitting examinations upon delivery went up in 2020, showing that the long school closure may have contributed. Let me now plead to my daughters and granddaughters who receive their results for the primary school exam, that as they wait to join Form 1 in July, let them have something to do. Let parents help them. We are going to continue to work with my brother and friend, Fred Okengo Matengi, right down to the chiefs. And I was instructed to track down these girls and to make sure they are not loitering around and being cheated with sweets and what have you. The stories you hear about sanitary pads in primary schools is fake. The government of His Excellency the President this year spent 490 million shillings, and we gave packets for 9 months. And we are sure that the packets reached, because even we worked together with the parliamentary group, they monitored. Now the challenge is now in the front line at home. Now I don't know, Dr. Mutua, whether you have an answer to that one, because if a girl comes home with a package for 9 months and there are 2 other females in the house, how do we protect our girls? So this is work in progress, and it is social. And instead of throwing the mud back at government, can we find a solution from the family front? The ministry will work with all relevant government departments to ensure that we focus on the worst hit counties, like I've said. More importantly, I want to urge parents and guardians to do more than ever before to talk to your child. Your child does not need money. Your child needs your time and wisdom. Does it mean that the girls who are there during my time were animals? Were they not human beings? They carried themselves with dignity because the parents did their work. As you go to look for money to feed the children, can you also spare a bit of time, please, to talk to your girls? They will listen to you. Now, in order to access your results, ladies and gentlemen, candidates should therefore collect their results from their respective examination centers. Individual candidates can also access by sending candidate's index number followed by initial KCSE through short messages SMS to 20076. This service will be available immediately after this event. It is now my humble duty and privilege to declare the KCSE examination results officially released. I wish all candidates success in their future endeavors, and if by the grace of God I am here for the next examination, it will be through grace and mercy of God. Because we must take life easy. Those who have died of COVID are not greater than myself. I am much greater than myself. And if we are able to see tomorrow, and we continue in this capacity, it can only be through the grace of God. So, in the event that I'm still here, we shall continue. If I'm not here, the grace must still go to God for His most infinite mercy. Now, where is the Social distance, come back.